Yo,
Blog Talk
Oh,
Radio.
Yeah, man, what's going on?
nothing much, man. You got Pat?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's
Sorry,
up?
sorry I couldn't make the last show, but now it's just time to kind of vent a little bit about Game 1, talk about how right I was. No, I'm joking. Man, really, I think for one, their defense, the Cavs' defense was atrocious. I mean, we see the difference with Kevin Durant right now. LeBron James actually has to play defense. He has to guard someone, and he can't really play that free safety kind of role where he can help out on other players and kind of watch his man. No, he has to really stick KD. He has to make sure he's not a threat on the perimeter. And I think that difference alone is pretty key. I mean, we saw Durant get at least 8 wide open dunks. I mean, while after blowing past LeBron, making him slip, it's pretty crazy. And in transition, I mean, you either protect, you either stop you either try to close out Curry and Clay on the perimeter, or you have to kind of guard the wide open lane to the basket. So they were trying to close off the 3-point shooters, and then that gave Durant a clear lane to the basket, wide open dunk in transition. And I mean, we're seeing a versatile defense for the Warriors. I mean, I saw LeBron kind of struggle getting to the lane, trying to lay things up. I mean, he seems a little discombobulated, and I think that's going to play itself out through the series. I think Game 2 will be a little tighter. We might get a little closer, a little nip and tuck between the two. But I think the score today is going to be 108 Warriors, 101 Cavs. Warriors will go up 2-0. Boom.
That's not a bad prediction.
Yeah, that's just So I actually purposefully didn't listen to your guys' podcast because I wanted my original thoughts on there, but I kind of want to recap what you said. I heard you guys both picked Warriors though, Game 2.
Pat?
Yeah, you go first.
Oh, yeah, I got Warriors Game 2. I don't think it's going to be that close either. I think it's going to be almost similar to what happened in Game 1. The only chance they got right now, and I'm not even trying to be funny, I told Pat this, is they need the refs. That's the only thing that's going to help. They're going to have, the refs are going to have to let them get away with whatever they can do, whatever aggressive play, because other than that, they're not going to be able to stop it. Durant is going to keep on scoring. He's not going. I don't even think he's going to have a bad game this series, to be honest. I think he's going to be pretty efficient. If you can stop Stephen Curry from hitting those threes, because that's when the game started getting separated. The Cavs, they weren't able to catch up. Once Steph got comfortable hitting threes, that was pretty much it. So if Clay can score, and I was telling Pat he needs to post more. And Pat made a good point that he is probably pretty drained because he does have to guard Kyrie. So that's probably why he's not hitting his shots either. But if I was him, I would just go to the post and just go about that. Even if he could just give you 10 points, because Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry are going to hold it down. So if he can give you some points and Draymond keeps hitting his threes, that's going to be it. And the Cavs bench, they're not really giving you nothing. Derrick Williams is not scoring. They don't even use Derrick Williams. If I was Tyronn Lue, I would just throw extra bodies out there to try to slow down Kevin Durant. That way LeBron could still have some energy left. That's what I would do. They're gonna have to do that, and Kyrie probably will have to be the leading scorer or something because he's their most explosive player on the Cavs, in terms of shooting and all that. So. Yeah, I just don't think they're gonna win, man. I don't think they're gonna win, and I don't know. They look like they're about to get worn out again.
Yeah, man. And that's the thing. Clay, real quick. Clay Thompson, like everybody got worried about. Everybody's like, who's going to guard Kyrie? Who's going to stop? Klay Thompson is one of the better perimeter defenders in this game. He is, if not, he's pretty much an elite perimeter defender. He can guard 1 through 3 pretty well, especially 1 through 2. So, I mean, he doesn't even really have to put up that many points for them to win. Like you mentioned, 10 points, they probably win. I mean, he's definitely going to get hot and give you a couple 20-point games out this series at least. So, I mean, they're overmatched.
No, I think you're right, guys. I think, before game one, it's easy to be skeptic about, any athlete's performance. But after game one, I would say everything you guys just said is absolutely 100% correct, 100% logical. I actually read this morning that the Warriors in game one, every single person that was on the active roster for the Warriors in game one played and scored points, except for Patrick McCaw. Read that the Cavaliers played everyone except for Channing Frye, who got 0 points. And between Kyle Korver, Derek Williams, Darren Williams, and Richard Jefferson, there was only 10 points scored between those four. The average of those 4 players on the Cavs that I just mentioned per game in the playoffs has been close to 14 points every single game. So, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name. Amon said.
Oh.
Emmett said. There's got to be a lot right for the Cavs to win this game too. I did just say something bold to Stanley a second ago. When the Cavs lose game 2, because I think it's going to be closer than game 1, I think Cavs will have to turn up the gears a little bit and have to win game 3, and will have to win game 4 if there's any glimmer of hope, for a successful ending to the season. That being said, even if they do win 3 and 4, I mean, I still see the Warriors winning in. I still see the Warriors winning in 6. No doubt about it.
Yeah, man. I think the Cavs need a prayer tonight, because if they lose the way they lost game 1, then I don't see it going 6. I see them losing at 5.
5 could happen. Yeah, 5 could happen.
If they get Cavs would be lucky to get 1 if they lose the way they lost game 1 tonight.
Last year, the Warriors had a 7% chance of sweeping the Cavs last year. They had a 0% chance, obviously, after the Cavs won that one game. But this year, with Kevin Durant, the Warriors have a 22% chance of sweeping the Cavs. That's a pretty big difference.
KD, man.
He's no joke, dude.
It's so weird to say that Kevin Durant is the better player than LeBron James in this series, because I think LeBron would still be the best player in the series on both ends of the floor. But damn, if Kevin Durant is playing this well and outplaying LeBron, are we going to start talking about KD being the best player in the world? Even though he's on this Golden State team,
he's got to win another title, bro. I can't give him that, because the thing was, he wasn't this aggressive when he was with Russell Westbrook. So it comes off oh, now you're playing this aggressive because you have all these other guys on your side. So I would need another year before we even bring up that talk.
Yeah, and it's you literally you can't really double KD because you're leaving. He definitely had to face way harder defensive schemes on OKC than he does on the Warriors. He just gets his shot up super easy with this team.
True. And I know that we spoke about this before, Stanley, too. And I know that you're right, too. I think that he needs to have at least 1, if not 2 rings to be considered in that, in that top selection of elite players. I will say, though, that if and it's interesting to think about because I think all of us agree that the greatest of all time is Michael, and I think there's always been the discussion of who's a better one-on-one player against Michael Jordan, and you have Kobe Bryant, you can say LeBron, you can say Melo, you can say Dwayne Wade, any of them, but I think that if you're going one-on-one against Michael Jordan, the guy who's going to give him the most trouble, maybe not win, but the guy who will give him the most trouble because he himself is like 6'10", 6'9", with a 7-foot wingspan, with guard handles, and a shot is Kevin Durant. And so I think physicality-wise, after a ring or two, I think that discussion will be had, certainly.
Yeah. But nobody's going to forget that that move.
I think, the play that capped off the Cavaliers' defense last game was that fast break when Kevin Durant was taking it down and J.R. Smith was right in front, and then Steph Curry was drifting off to the three, and J.R. Smith, knowing that Kevin Durant was going to have an open lane, flung over to Steph Curry because he wanted to protect him against the three. But, Kevin Durant at home went for a wide open slam, and the Cavs were just left looking at each other like, how did that happen and what are we doing? And so if the Cavs play a defense like that, they'll be done sooner than later.
Yeah, Cavs definitely. I mean, they really need to play better defense. I mean, it's harder said than done, but yeah, they need to definitely. Amos is right. They definitely need to throw another body on KD. LeBron can't guard KD more than half the game. I mean, that's too exhausting.
I'm telling you, dude, I would just take the whole bench, Dante Jones, whoever else, all them dudes that's not getting no minutes. You know what the stupidest thing, too? I know some people are obviously going to disagree with this, but I think one of the stupidest things is, like, once you get to the finals, you only play up to, like, 7 or 8 players. It's like, I wouldn't be doing that. Like, I would use extra bodies just in case. Like, that way my star players can still have some energy left.
Yeah, especially, it's a long series, so you could risk a few games, trying experimenting with different lineups, like, okay, play this guy. Obviously, LeBron's tired. Like, let's spell him on the defensive end by throwing in Dante Jones or whoever on there. It is.
I agree.
Lineups get tight in the finals or in the.
What's tough is that they got to play from behind now to get to that point too. Because you're right. The more rest that LeBron can have, the greater the chance that they can come and pull it off.
Yeah, I mean, this is how they looked overmatched like this last finals. I mean, remember after game 1 and 2, didn't they go down 0-2?
Yeah, and then they.
But this year is also not last year. Like, this is a completely different scenario. So it's like.
Yeah, it's a different team.
Cavs really, I think for them to win, someone has to get injured and the rest has to help them. If everyone on the Warriors stays healthy, man, I don't see this. No, I just don't see it.
No, I agree. Warriors take game 2.
Warriors take game 2.
Okay, so hold up for a sec. So, Pat, what game do you have Cavs winning then?
I have Cavs winning game 3. Cavs winning game 4 is my prediction. That's my bold prediction for the Cavs. And for the record, for everyone that's going to listen to this, it's because KD left OKC in the form that he did that I'm kind of bitter about it. Before he left, I was all about KD's nuts. Now, I'm like, man, but it's all good. It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. I was.
Go ahead.
Oh no,
I was gonna say. I was gonna say I couldn't go in on KD like that because I would be a hypocrite because I wanted LeBron to leave Cleveland. I just wanted him to win the ring. Honestly, I didn't care. So with Kevin Durant doing what he did, I don't agree with the fact that he went to a team that beat him. But at the end of the day, I can't really complain too much. The thing is, I'm not like really that much mad at him. I do wish that he did stay on the Thunder because it would have been a really nice story for Oklahoma City if like him and Russell found a way to win together. But it's like it is what it is. He's on the team now. Now he has to do what he's supposed to do. You're on the team where pretty much you're supposed to blow out teams. Like you're supposed to blow out everybody. You're supposed to win multiple championships. So you need to get the first one your first year. Like do what LeBron should have did his first year. Don't shut down. Like do what you're supposed to do. Win the championship. Go get the MVP, and try to build a dynasty basically.
Do you see the gravitation away from LeBron and his legacy, if KD wins this one, that it gravitates more towards Kevin Durant and the Warriors' legacy as a team to kind of go back to the days where like stars stayed with the team and there were these, epic, battles every year, like the Lakers and, Celtics back in the day, or do you think that it's kind of up for grabs and, we see these young teams kind of stepping up? What do you guys think? I mean, maybe that's a discussion for another day, but where do you guys see the focus of the NBA in terms of, that sort of shift, if you will?
Sam, you want to go?
I think the focus will definitely be on the Warriors. I mean, I think they'll be kind of the NBA will gravitate to the kind of the super teams, and I think we're just going to see less and less. I mean, throughout the next 10 years or so, I think there's going to be less contenders because now that these super teams are building, I mean, did you hear about them already talking about Paul George going to the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Oh shit! Well, Emin
but
said.
I mean, I doubt that's going to happen. But that's kind of the narrative that's being pushed. That's kind of the agenda. Is like, okay, LeBron can't win.
Oh,
I mean,
they're gonna get Carmelo.
Yeah. What if they get Melo?
It's coming.
Get Carmelo. But so I think the teams are just. It's just all about. The teams are just. There's just going to be a few good teams, and the focus will just be on that. And the focus will be on how many rings can the Warriors get. I mean, can they get – because one's not enough. With this team, I think they need at least 3. They need to win at least 3 rings because they're all in their prime. They're all of them. I mean, they're all in their prime and they're all locked in long term. I mean, for at least 3 or 4 years. So
true. I
think they should win. 1's not enough. 2 might not be enough. I think they need to win 3 rings for them to be considered like to be remembered at least, because obviously they're going to be remembered for a super team, but for their stamp and legacy to be on the Lakers Celtics kind of level, they need to win at least 3.
I agree.
And another thing too, I mean, with the new CBA though, it is also going to be kind of harder to build these super teams because there's more incentive to stay with your team, like monetarily. So
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so you get paid more. I mean, they just kind of updated it. You get paid more when you stay with your old team, with your team that you're with, and with these younger players that are getting drafted, it's going to be even. They're trying to make it like harder for them to kind of just build these super teams because it is something that Adam Silver wants to fix, but at the same time, like there's nothing you can do about it now with these players that are going into free agency.
True. We'll see.
Man, it's already, I mean, there's really no competition either way right now. Like, right now, it's just Warriors, Cavs, and maybe the Spurs if they add another piece. So I think within the next couple of years, like, you're going to get a max, like, 6
It might be
teams.
against Chris Paul.
Yeah, maybe. But they still have to gut their team, so I don't know what's going to happen.
Wait, you broke up. What did you say about gutting team?
The Spurs might get CP3.
Oh,
yeah, and then I said they would have to gut their team, though, still.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, really, you just got to get rid of Tony Parker, Ginobili, he retires, and one other player. probably don't.
Yeah, because
I mean, probably
Simmons is going to want to get paid.
Yeah, Simmons is. I mean, he's a free agent now. He made $3 million last year, so he's probably looking to make at least $12 million. Like,
yeah, I agree.
I think he deserves it too. He did pretty good.
The Spurs can't afford that unless they decide to go with him over Danny Green. But I don't know. I think Danny Green and his 3-point threat is definitely with Chris Paul. I mean, that's nice.
That would be a sick team to watch.
Personally, I hope Chris Paul goes to the Spurs, man. Like,
me too.
I'm rooting for that to happen.
I would have rather him end up on the Lakers, but we don't know how that ended up.
Yeah.
And we get Lonzo Ball, so that's a whole nother story.
Oh man. We get Lonzo and LeVar.
And LeVar.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, man. I don't care. We just need to get started.
I don't have a problem with LeVar myself. He's just, he's a very entertaining gentleman, we'll say.
Yeah.
But no, I was going to say over the next couple of years, I think it's going to be a max of 6, but I think it's just really going to be 4. It's going to be Cavs, Celtics, and Warriors and Spurs. And you might get, like, a little surprise here and there. But, like, yeah, all these other teams, like, they're going to really be irrelevant. And then the star players, they're going to eventually want to leave. Like, John Wall, like, dude, you're not winning a championship there unless you get Durant or something, and that's not going to happen. So it's like he's going to want to leave too, and whoever else. Like, a lot of these dudes are going to want to leave. Obviously, Paul George wants to leave. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to be that much competition, like, at all, to be honest.
Yeah, that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Russell Westbrook's going to be traded or going to leave soon. Anthony Davis is going to be a free agent soon.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I said this to Macau. I want Russell Westbrook to get traded to the Pelicans, so it could be him, Cousins, and Anthony Davis.
Oh man,
that would be a ridiculous team, dude.
That would be nice.
That team would be so sick. With DeMarcus Cousins too. Fuck.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Yeah,
that's why I'm not even mad at the Lakers in our stage right now for rebuilding, because I'm kind of like, man, let's just rebuild our young core. Let all these let the Warriors have their time. Let Westbrook, let Durant, let everybody get old. Let LeBron retire, and then by the time, like in 5 years, 6 years, man, we'll be set. That's why I'm just sitting back and watching, man. Waiting for our time.
It's gonna be an entertaining next 10 years, man. I'll tell you.
Yes, I mean, especially with the big men and what they're able to do now, like players like Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, Giannis, yep.
Simmons, like we're about to have a bunch of 6'9", like positionless players and like 7-foot big men who can shoot threes, like.
Yeah. We have a lot of Europeans coming in, a lot of young European stars.
We got 6'5" and 6'6" point guards, like crazy.
It's gonna be, dude. I love basketball.
The real deal, man.
So, are we collected? Game 2 goes to Warriors, and then we're all in agreement that 3 and 4 are going to go to the Cavs, right?
I don't agree with that. I
don't agree with that.
I got to see.
I'll make that prediction after game 2. I got to see how game 2 plays out. But I'm definitely
gonna say this right
that.
now. If they get blown out again in this game, I'm gonna go out on a limb. Well, it's not even going out on a limb, but I'm just saying for the sake of the conversation, I'll say they sweep them. If they blow them out again, I'll go and say they sweep them.
Dang, the sweep.
Ooh.
Dude, it might be like the first time when LeBron went to the finals, even though it wasn't his fault, and obviously that was a really great Spurs team. But he was just overmatched. And it could be the same thing. Like, this team is really supposed to blow out, like, pretty much every team. Like, they're really supposed to. Like, it's not like it shouldn't be a surprise, like, if they do sweep them. Like, I want to give them 2 games just so it could be like 6 games, and then we could say at least it was competitive. But I don't know. If they get blown out again, I could see it happening in a sweep.
If they get blown out again, guys, I'm going to be a very, very sad individual.
Oh, man, that's funny. Hey, how much time do we have left?
Yeah, they've got a lot of
we got 4 minutes left.
4 minutes? All right. I'm ordering food real quick. But, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. I mean, I hope for the sake of the entertainment, I hope it's a close game tonight. But I don't know.
You know what?
They got it.
Don't take this the wrong way because I'm a LeBron fan and all, but I do want to see them go down 2-0 so I can see what Nick Wright is going to say tomorrow. I just want to see because he's been making excuses on Twitter. I want to see exactly what he's going to say tomorrow.
Dude, what did he say after Game 1?
Basically, he said that the Cavs are still going to win in 5 games.
Wow.
Tyronn Lue said that?
He was dead serious. He said the Cavs are going to win in 5 games, and this was only 1 game. This was their best game, and it's pretty much not going to happen again.
Wow.
Wait, the Cavs or the Warriors are going to win in 5 games?
He's a LeBron supporter, so he means Cavs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he got the Cavs winning in 5 games, and he still thinks it's going to happen.
What show does he say all this on Colin's show?
He only said it once on Colin's show, but you got to go on his Twitter, bro. He be saying all this stuff on Twitter. Like, people be going at him, and like, his response, he'll just have, like, a calm, subtle response or whatever. And he's still like, yeah, the worst. This is pretty much like
a
best.
young Skip Bayless, man.
No, he is. He is.
I heard that they said that on his show, like on Undisputed. They were like, he's like Skip Bayless 30 years ago or 20 years ago, whatever.
No, he's the next star. Like, he's definitely next star. And the thing is, he actually is smart. That's the sad thing about this whole Bron thing is that, like, if you don't know any better, you're just like, oh, he's really stupid. They only put him on this channel just because he's a Bron supporter. But it's like, no, like, he really does have good ideas. It's just that when it comes to LeBron, like almost all logic is just thrown out the window. Like, he does not care. Like, he will create any narrative to prove that LeBron is the best. And I will say this, I do respect him way more than Colin Cowherd because at least he does stand on his word. Like, with Cowherd, he tries to, like, go in between the lines. Like, he'll be like basically he'll say, like, Jordan is still the best, but pretty much like it's not gonna happen
he's like
for too much longer.
non-committal with it. Like, I don't understand Colin. I'm like, do you think LeBron is the best? Because you'll be saying all this, but then like you won't really, and then like at the same time you'll be like, okay, like Jordan's still number 1. So I'm like, which one is it, man? Like,
I like my
like dude, just say it. If you feel that LeBron is the best, you shouldn't care if we're gonna criticize you. If that's how you feel, just go ahead and say it.
Yeah, and about Nick Wright, dude, I do like hearing him talk about football because he's a Aaron Rodgers supporter, and I agree with a lot of what he says about Aaron Rodgers. But when it comes to LeBron, man, I think Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady. Like right now,
did he say that? He got 30 seconds.
No, he said he said Aaron Rodgers is the best player and then best quarterback last year. He said this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's pretty much like Aaron Rodgers is his LeBron for football.
Not Matt Ryan last year, maybe? Shoot.
No,
wait,
man.
we gotta do another show. We got 10 seconds left, though. All right, man. We out.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers will be the best quarterback next year.
That's true. That's true.
All right, man. Warriors win tonight, 2-0, 108-101.
Catch up with y'all afterwards.
All right. Later.
All right. Later, folks.